Let me tell you the one economic principle that matters the most, and it's happening in the United States, it's happening in Canada, it's happening to our friends in Australia and New Zealand, and it's happening in the world. Thank God. As I told you, I'm 65. I've studied this my whole life, and I guarantee you this is the most phenomenal time that's ever happened in history, not only for agriculture, but for the world, for this reason. The Economist magazine does an interesting thing. They go through and they calculate how many people, how many countries in the world have a gross domestic product, what they produce, of excess of $1 billion. And they found at the end of 2013, there were 195 of them. Those 195 countries produced the highest amount of goods and services ever in recorded history, $70 trillion. It's never been higher. The world has never produced that many things. And the collective net worth at the end of 2013 of our 121 million households in the United States of America is $72 trillion. You understand the 121 million households in the United States of America have a collective net worth larger than the entire output of the world. And for our Canadian friends, the Globe and Mail reported last fall that the average Canadian household's net worth is $65,000 higher per household than the average American. We've never been wealthier. But let me tell you the principle that matters the most, okay? This is the one that just staggers imagination. Let's start first and foremost with this. How much does it take to eat in the United States, okay? Despite what the press says, it's down from 9.7% 2 years ago to 9.6%. So it's really not that. It's probably that. But 9.6% of your disposable income. Disposable means what? You've already paid your obligation to Uncle Sugar. It's over, done with, okay? This is what you got left to live on. 9.6%. The lowest it's ever been in history. The lowest in the world. Then I'm going to buy your booze because I think booze is important, okay? I've done some serious research on this. Beer has food value. Food does not have beer value, okay? So I'm going to feed you, buy you booze, and then let you do what the average North American does, because the numbers are almost identical for Canada and the United States. The average North American eats every other meal just like we did tonight where? Away from home. So I fed you, bought you booze, let you eat every other meal away from home. Now how much of your disposable income am I consumed? It is the lowest it's ever been in history, and it is the lowest in the world. It's 13%. For our friends in Canada, when I ran the numbers at the end of 2013 with updates from Statistics Canada, it's 15.5%. It's the lowest it's ever been there, and the second lowest in the world. Okay. You don't think that's important? Go back to 1970, 44 years ago. It was 23% in the United States of America. Agriculture's efficiency essentially gave back to the average American household almost 15% of their disposable income. That's pretty damn good. And you ought to be proud of it because you're right in the middle of it. We didn't do it without you. That's fabulous. Lowest it's ever been, 13%. Now I'm going to buy you a house. I'm going to buy the average house of 2010 census, the average 2011 Statistics Canada house. No, I'm not buying you one in the Golden Horseshoe on the lakefront near Toronto. I'm not buying you a window looking over the beautiful water in Vancouver, nor am I buying you a condo in downtown New York, but I am buying you the average house, which is 2,400 square feet, 2.5 bathrooms, 3 bedrooms. Well, buy it. Pay your utilities so you're neither hot nor cold, and hook you to the world via the internet and phone service. I've fed you, bought you booze, let you eat every other meal away from home, bought you a home, paid your utilities. Don't think that's important. The ranch I grew up here, Big D, Dalhart, Texas, we didn't get indoor plumbing age 7. So I'm paying your utilities and hook you to the world. Now how much of your disposable income have I consumed? This is the only economic principle that matters in the world. It's 31%. Okay? You understand what I just did? Fed you, bought you booze, let you eat out, bought you a home, paid your utilities, hooked you to the world, and I've only consumed 31% of your income? Oh! For our friends in Canada, it's 35%. Okay? If you take the difference in the way the two countries choose to pay for health care, it's just about what? The same. Now, my late father told me, do not do math in public, so I did this one earlier. Okay? Take 31% and subtract it from 100%. If I did it right, what do I get? 69. Average American household has 69% of their disposable income left after eating, drinking, eating out, owning a home, paid their utilities. What'd they do with it? They drank more. Okay. Some. I call it buying crap. Okay. I don't mean crap in a bad sense, because what one person's crap is another person's what? Treasure. Come on, ladies, you saw the number. Average lady, female in North America 3 years ago owns 17 pairs of shoes. Buys 3 new pair every 6 months. And a few ladies in here are looking at me like, and your point? And my point is my wife will not allow me to go to Lowe's or Home Depot by myself, because when I go in those stores, I go into sub-hypnotic trance. Damn, look at those pliers. They're dipped in rubber. I didn't know I needed those. I don't. But I found out it's far easier to buy a pair than to look for a pair. You done that one? Think I'm going to buy some more pliers in my life? Kind of. Think my wife's going to buy some more shoes? Probably did this morning. What I'm trying to tell you is why it's the most important economic principle. You want a vibrant society and an economy, you have to have a high crap factor. It's what makes markets. Come on, folks. If you're subsistence, what are you doing? What are you spending money on if you're subsistence? Age 7, when we got indoor plumbing, what do you think my dad said? It's not a necessity. We got an outhouse. Not making light of it. I'm just trying to tell you. You want a vibrant economy? You got to have a high crap factor.